5 things to know about the new Insta360 ONE RS 1-inch 360 edition. Number 1, it isn't waterproof. You cannot take this in the water, so don't take it in the water. It is weather resistant, however, so if you're out in the rain, this is going to be able to cope. It's got gaskets in between the different modular parts here, so it is weather resistant, it's just not waterproof. Number 2, if you're going to be using the cold shoe that you can buy from Alanzi to use the Rode Wireless Go 2 as an external audio source, you have to be careful which selfie stick you're using, because the thread is only compatible with the 120cm invisible selfie stick. I'll show you what I mean. There is a way around it. And the 1/4-inch thread is on the bottom, and if you're using the cold shoe for the external audio, there has to go through quite a lot of material, so the screw thread is just a little bit bigger on the 120cm version of the invisible selfie stick, so it does works properly. But if you want to use the power stick, which isn't actually compatible with this camera yet, but it still does charge, I would recommend it for that feature alone. But the screw thread on the power stick is actually just a bit smaller. It's not as long as the 120cm one, so when you're trying to add this to that, it doesn't go in, it doesn't quite reach far enough to grab. The way around it is to use a little extender like this. I'm going to put that on the power stick like so, and then we put that into the camera, screw it in, and that is how to get around that. Then you can use the power, plug it into USB-C. By the way, the door does come off the side of the camera, don't be scared to pull that off. So it does add extra power, but it doesn't have the functionality of the buttons quite yet. I fully expect them to release an update, a firmware update for this camera, so it does work together. But at the moment, that's the workaround. Number 3, these lenses aren't replaceable, so just be careful when you're using this camera. Don't put it face down. The camera is fortunate enough to be wide enough so you can put it down like that rather than putting it on the lenses. It does come with the lens cap, so make sure when you're not using the camera, make sure you put that on there to protect these really expensive lenses. And it comes with a cloth, so make sure these lenses are clean to get the best footage from your 360 camera. Fully recommend carrying both of those items around with you. Number 4, just be aware of the battery life of this particular camera. That's the only limitation I've come across when using this for an extended period of time. The battery in this is only 1350 milliamps, so it can drain quite quickly if you're using it in the maximum resolution of 6K. Having said that, the fact it can shoot 6K gives this the quality that you get from no other 360 camera. Those 1-inch sensors, it can shoot 21 megapixel photos, and it can do all the different things like time lapse, star lapse, and it's really great in low light conditions with those 1-inch sensors. So although it has got a limited battery, I would fully recommend using it with the power stick for that reason. The quality that you get out of this is absolutely phenomenal. The last thing you need to know is to have fun with this camera. It is the best 360 camera I've used, and these things are just unique compared to other action stroke prosumer cameras out there on the market today. It's so much fun to use. You can be really creative. You can get out and about. It's light, it's portable, and this is the kit that I'm taking with me on my camping trip coming up next week. I'm only going with this camera because it can do it all. If you do want to grab one of these, there is a link in the description down below. If you buy through that link, Insta360 are giving my subscribers a free all-purpose tripod and 120cm selfie stick as well. So purchase through that link, you get those 2 free gifts with your purchase. Okay, brilliant camera, really do fully recommend it, and it's one of my favourite cameras of 2022 so far. By far one of the best things I've used this year. That's it for this video. I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.